So Narendra Modi government is dealing with a hostage crisis and it is weighing its options. Let's look at some of the options that the government is mulling over. The first, of course, remains that it is exploring the possibility of ground level cooperation with Iraqi authorities. This is very significant if the Indian government wants to evacuate the stranded Indians there. The second issue that India is looking at, well, it's already rushed the seasoned diplomat, Mr. Reddy, to coordinate repatriation efforts. That process has already kicked in. The third thing that the government is doing, it's in touch with humanitarian agencies to provide details of these stranded Indians across the length and breadth of Iraq. And the fourth thing that the government is doing at the same time, it has put Indian Air Force planes on standby to evacuate stranded Indians in Iraq. And let's in fact tell you how the ISIS militants are marching forward and show you exactly how they're gaining advantage and they're taking over new areas in Iraq. Now, conflicting reports that are emerging out of Iraq suggest that ISIS militants have seized one of the vital oil refineries, Baiji oil refinery, which occupies 75% of this refinery. But another set of report also quotes Iraqi government officials who are claiming that the militants, in fact, have now been driven back. The ones who had stormed the country's main oil refinery in the town of Baiji, they have now been pushed back from the front. And this is a situation on the ground, as you see on your screens, the areas that are completely run over by militants, which includes Mosul, the second largest city in Iraq. In other areas, militants gaining foothold while the Iraqi government is struggling.
40 Indian construction workers abducted in Mosul in Iraq. The Ministry of External Affairs saying there are no ironclad guarantees that it can give. About 80 nurses also waiting to be evacuated from Tikrit and Mosul. This is a story that's creating a lot of buzz on the social media as well. We've been getting all kinds of tweets. Abhijit Majumdar tweets, scary bit about abduction of 40 Indians is there's nobody Indian government can negotiate with. US, Iraq, Saudi, ISIS negotiates with no one. There's another tweet that's coming in from Cool Breezer. He says, has Modi spoken to the president of Iraq? I mean Obama. He did that during Afghan attack. Ya phir josh khatam ho gaya. So people also waiting for reactions from the newly elected prime minister who's spoken actively about national security and securing safe release of Indian citizens everywhere captured in war zones. There's another tweet coming in from Madhu Kishwar, famous face Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan and many other countries prove that American embrace can be more deadly than its enmity. So obviously a lot of criticism coming in from the US as well. Sajid Bhombal writes, will be interesting to see how Modi handles this Iraq related issue, the first real challenge to him and his government. So clearly everyone looking in for a reaction from the Prime Minister's office as well. And Narendra Modi, remember, has been very active on Twitter. Another tweet that's coming in, Iraq blows up in Obama's face, then poof, all of a sudden he captures Benghazi suspect. How convenient. Lots of criticism being coming in for US President Barack Obama for withdrawing troops from Iraq. There's another one coming in from DP Satish. He's also a journalist. India handled crisis in Lebanon and Libya extremely well in 2006 and 2011. May follow the same strategy in Iraq. There is a debate going on the social media. You, of course, can also participate. Send in your tweets at Headlines Today.